Can you hear me when I just talk like this? Consistent. You can hear me when I just talk like this? I got laser hair removal, and did you just applaud that? You're like, finally. I got laser hair removal. I waited a really long time to do it. I wanted the science to be at its peak. You know, like we landed on Mars, I think it was August 2012. Are you just impressed that I remember the date? What I'm saying is, we landed on Mars in 2012. I waited 4 more years. And then I looked up the highest rated laser hair removal place within 3 blocks of my apartment, and I went there. It was called Laser Away. And it wasn't what I think I was naive, and I just thought you go and your hair gets removed. But it's a much longer process. For every section of hair you want removed, you have to go have 8 separate sessions, you know, like on each. So for me, I was doing like from like right below my belly button to down to the floor, and then back up to about the middle of my back. And isn't that funny that that's funny? And it's a lie. I did my arms too. But I can't lie to you guys. Right, so they make you pay up front, which makes so much sense now that I think about it, because it hurts so much. By the second session, you're like, oh, I would gladly pay $3,000 to never come back here again. That would be a bargain. It's so painful, and I feel like I have a high pain. I think most women have a high pain threshold. I've been punched in the face thrice, and that's another story for another time. But it's a different kind of pain. It's like nerve ending, like nerve damage. Like they give you stress balls, and you squeeze them, and by the time you pry your fingers open, they're just like pyramids of powder, basically. It hurts so much. I remember telling myself, like, you are a grown woman. That is your money to waste. You earned that money. Throw it out the window. It doesn't matter, you know. And as I was walking back to my car after the second session, I actually can remember exactly like the words I was saying to myself as I was walking to the car. I was like, what you just went through was trauma. That was traumatic. And right in that moment, I got a text message from my boyfriend who was in Guatemala at the time with UNICEF. And it said, I just spent the morning with a woman who watched her son get murdered. And I was like, you think that's bad? 'Cause I have a hard time with perspective. Like, I don't gain it with experience, I guess. I was walking around here in Los Angeles, judging people. And that's not me being my best self. I'm not proud of it, but that was just the scenario. And I remember just thinking, like, you fucking petty, small-minded, materialistic twats. You do not get it. With their, like, $1,500 purses. It's a bag. It holds shit. Get a backpack. You're silly. You know, like, you don't even get it. We're breathing egos, acting like we aren't a speck of dust on a speck of dust on a speck of dust, hurling through outer space. We're nothing. And then in the very next moment, I'll be like, I want my face on money. I really do. I feel like I want my face on money, period. I want my period face on money. It's like, no, it's more stoic. It's like, I just heard my sister laughing. She's dead. No, she's here. I'm kidding, she's here. I had a dog for many, many years, and he was my best friend, and I was always talking to him. Whenever I was home, I was talking to him. And then he died, and I stopped talking to him. Makes sense. Or does it? I don't know. I mean, does that really make sense? He's just as much a part of the conversation now in a box on my desk. This is what it is. I stopped talking to myself because there wasn't a dog in the room. That's crazy. So now I have a new dog, Mary. I rescued her, or I like to think she rescued me. I don't know which is the less cunty way of putting it, but... And she is my world, and I love her so much. She's my everything. She's young, and she's full of life, and she's obsessed with squirrels, and she's kind of gotten me into it too, and she's just like such a cuddler, and we play, and we like spoon at night, and I'm just gonna put a pin in that for a second and double back and say, that squirrel line, I would call that in comedy a throwaway joke. Like, I knew it was gonna get a laugh when I said, like, she's obsessed with squirrels, she's kind of gotten me into it too. But you just keep going to that main joke. That's a throwaway joke. It makes it extra cool. Now I've ruined it because I doubled back and I'm like talking about it. Now it's ruined. It's not a throwaway joke anymore, but it was. And this is probably for 2 people in the audience, but I would say a throwaway joke is cool the way that it's cool, like, I play basketball. If you like, during a pickup game, you make like a sweet 3-point shot, and then afterwards, you don't smile. You just go right back into defense. That's the same coolness of a throwaway joke. All right. So, really? That's never gotten a laugh before. Well, you didn't have to undo it. Keep laughing. So, the truth is I have gotten into squirrels, and now I'm gonna get you into squirrels. I'm not kidding. Wait until you see. I learned a fun fact about squirrels that I'm so excited to tell you. Okay, this is what it is. It's this. Squirrels cannot find 80% of the nuts they hide. Are you kidding me? Is that the greatest thing you've ever heard in your life? First of all, animals aren't supposed to make mistakes. But secondly, I made this realization that is gonna hold your skulls in, because your brains are gonna fucking explode. That's how trees are planted. Are you fucking kidding me?